I've lived in LA now for almost 10 years. I was searching for a home and I knew that I wanted it to be in the hills. And when I pulled up to this place, I just noticed how peaceful it was. But Hollywood is right down the hill, it's right there. The first time I walked in here, it was a done deal. Just like everybody else, I was in awe of a tree inside. What kid doesn't want a treehouse? It was kind of like a grown-up treehouse. The previous owner added on a new master bedroom. He incorporated the sycamore tree. It was beautiful, but there wasn't a lot of privacy. I love this place and I wanted to make it a place that I could live in for a long time. I could have a family here.
Jack finished renovating like a couple months before we even met. I finally came to LA to visit and I saw the house. I was amazed.
My architect, Aaron Neubert, and I got along right from the get-go. I contacted him originally because he was the architect who did the first addition on the house. One thing I really loved about him was how important it was for him to maintain the original integrity of the house.
Mid-century architecture in general, it's refined, it's beautiful, but it's warm. It fits within the palette of Los Angeles.
We have a lot of kind of architectural details from the original house that we work together to kind of continue into the addition. One is the louvered windows. I mean, those are classic California feature. Floor to ceiling windows, the sliding doors, the cedar siding, the beams, they all kind of tie the new and the old together. Originally, when I bought the house, where the tree is, where the kitchen is now, that was my master bedroom. And I really felt that that was the best room in the house. Like, that needed to be shared with everybody. So I transformed that room into the kitchen / living room, and that opened up so much more space to entertain.
We have people over a couple times a month just to hang out. We hang out in the kitchen, we hang out outside.
One of the greatest parts of this house is the indoor-outdoor space and how it all kind of flows very well back and forth. You can see outside, you can see inside from outside.
My favorite part of the house is what we call the crow's nest, which is the outdoor area outside of the bedroom.
We ended up adding a second story and building another master bedroom with our own private kind of balcony where the tree grows right out of the bedroom and onto the patio.
Which has the hammock hanging from the tree that goes through the house.
And then at night, as the sun goes down, we can just hang out there all night. Great view, under the stars. It's my favorite place possibly in the world. The tree, I'm told, is about 95 years old. We have an arborist that comes in here to make sure that it's, living and breathing and growing. We've done a really good job using special materials like silicone and custom flashing to prevent water from coming in, to prevent bugs from coming in, and also to allow it to grow and to move. It's like a sail with all the leaves on it. When the wind starts blowing, you can feel the tree, you can hear the tree moving back and forth in the wind. Sometimes in the middle of the night, you hear loud cracks and creaks, and you can feel, how really it is a living thing. There's a relationship there that, you have to create some kind of harmony between us and the tree. It's part of the family. My father's been collecting art for a very long time, my entire life, and a lot of the art that I have here was either given to me by him or his recommendation. So in our kitchen family room, we have this very odd-shaped window that created quite a challenge for us to hang any normal rectangular or square wall art anywhere near it because it never looked like it was straight. So we came across this artist named Saul LeWitt. My family owned the rights to one of his murals, and it was the perfect fit. It's these odd-shaped black lines that could be installed, and it kind of went perfectly with the angles and lines that we had.
Music is a big theme in this house. There's tons of music posters throughout the house.
We wanted to find a few things that helped make it feel like it was ours.
Music is actually what brought us together. We met at a fish show.
We found this artist named Swiss Ted. He does these incredible modern takes on these band's posters. I hung all these posters in the stairwell. I come out of my house to go to work, and there's a big envelope on my windshield. And there's a handwritten note that says, "Hey, I see the Black Flag poster in your window, and I thought you'd really love this limited edition flyer from one of our shows in the early 80s. Signed, Henry Rollins." It was quite cool.
And so music is definitely a big part of our relationship, and you can see it in our home.
The Guns N' Roses pinball machine, it reminds me of, fun times at the arcade with my friends, and it feels like home. And hopefully one day, our kids will be pinball enthusiasts and play that Guns N' Roses pinball machine. When we redesigned this house, my goal was to make it a place where you feel comfortable, but you also have this air of style and lifestyle that is California, the quintessential California, mid-century, in the hills, open, indoor-outdoor living.
When you live in a hillside with a tree going through your house, you really feel like you're part of nature and you don't want to leave. I spend a lot of time at home just because I love it here so much.
The way this house is designed, you wake up in the morning and the blinds go up and all you see is trees and all you hear is birds. You feel like you're living in the woods. But at the same time, I'm in the middle of a big city, but I feel like I live in the woods, which is something I've always wanted.